brethren of our dear beloved brother, Amigo Bob. Bob, I love you. And all of the people here are part of the wave that he started. And we are continuing his path. And I wrote a few things. Yeah, my name is Andy Sarhonis, and I had Andy's farm on the Big Island of Hawaii. I was a pioneer organic grower, the first person to grow turmeric, and I grew ginger 23 years, and I introduced the Hilo white pineapple to a wider market. And I was a person who wanted to do things that no one else thought about doing. You know, I wanted to be original. Anyways, and so original. You know, to my core. And, you know, as a child, I was very fortunate to grow up deeply bonded to Mother Nature in Massachusetts. And I watched the procession of the four seasons closely every day. And I was in my dad's garden, and I would wake up. I couldn't wait to wake up in the morning to watch how much things had grown. And I would just look at everything growing every day. And that's the best thing we can do for our children, is to teach them to look at what's in the backyard every day, growth, form, reaching. Anyways, so thank you, Amigo, who channeled all of us like a mighty river, washes us all to the sea of organic oneness. And I want to thank Kalita and Jennifer, and I want to thank Amigo for having the wisdom and the fortune to meet up with you, because, you know, everything that Amigo did, half of it is because of these two women. And so yeah, no, that's so the Thai have an ancient. I'm gonna get to that. No, the Thai have a very old wisdom. It says, the woman is the hind legs of the elephant. She it's not that she's behind. She's the driver. She's the power. The guy just steers the truck. It's the woman who's the engine. So, I was born in 1949. I was 18 in 1967, and I was in college the 4 years of the height of the Vietnam War. And I read everything. I learned everything about everything that was going on, and I returned back to the earth. And after 2 years, I had decided that, no thank you, American dream. And so what happened in 1967, when many of you people here and your children took mind-expanding substances by the millions and got hip and said, we don't want this 2 cars in the garage American dream. This is nowhere. And so we dropped out. Right, and the definition of a hippie is someone who, when they dance, they move their hips, by the way. That is the definition. I learned that from Alan Watts. No kidding. So, but anyways, so what happened in 1967, you know, I'm a historian and a her-storian.
It was the year of the fire gazelle,
yeah.
Summer of love.
That's right. So what happened then was when, for the first time in his story, millions of young people in mass decided they rejected the conventional view of what they were supposed to go into, you know, and it's never been happening. So that 1967 is the most important event in world history since Jesus, whoever he was, if he was anyone anyways. But, and I know this in my heart, And so we are part of that wave that Amigo Bob personified. He's the godfather of the organic farming movement in California. We know that, you know, and we're blessed to have him and his family to support him. So I'm a wordsmith, and I have a gift to sift through like all the music of the 60s and early 70s to pick the one verse that is the most important one, the most important message by Joni Mitchell, Woodstock, the song. Most of you know this, and the verse goes, we are stardust, we are golden, we are years old carbon, and we are caught in the devil's bargain. That's the technosphere out there. Techno-induced narcosis we're dealing with. And so we are caught in the devil's bargain, and we have got to get ourselves back to the garden. That is the most important message from all the music in the 60s. And so that's all of us who are here. We are gathered in the name of the Spirit, and I'm thankful that we had Amigo Bob to help lead us, guide us, follow us, everything. And so, but anyways, the Dalai Lama stated recently that Western women are going to lead us into the new age. And by extension, that means people of color who have been forced or otherwise dragged into our culture as slaves or farm workers. So, and then I channel original wisdom from the ethers, and I'm a writer, and I can put it into words. So this came to me 15 months ago, and it's I believe in my heart, this is the chant for the new age. And so it's titled, "The Goddess is Arisen." And the subtitle is, enough of some guy arisen. So this is the chant. The goddess is arisen. The goddess is arisen. The goddess is arisen. Hallelujah. 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 And I believe the most important thing I can do is assist to be a catalyst in the return of full empowerment of the mothers, the woman, the feminine, and you're all Mother Earth. It's all the Mother Earth and the mothers and the women. It's all one thing, and it's been suppressed, you know. So, yeah. So I have a. Oh yeah, so this came to me recently after I did a radio show in Ashland as a guest, and it was a vision of a future president of the United States, who is a woman of white and black ancestry, and she has a nursing baby under a year old, and she's elected president. And guess who her original white descendant is? A white plantation slave owner. She's descended from a white plantation slave owner. Anyways, and there were like many of these people born. And then, so there is a meeting of the Senate Committee on Defense Appropriations, and she's attending. And so she's there, and it's her turn to express her opinions. So it's time to nurse the baby. So she whips out her breast, her tit, and the baby starts nursing, and then there's silence in the room. Just the sound of the baby suckling on her breast. And so this is what she has to say about military defense appropriation. This is what's important, is our children, our babies. So enough of this already, and then so I think that covers it. But that's my vision of someone who I'm channeling that this may happen. It could actually happen. You just trip out on that, how powerful that would be. You know, a white slave owner's daughter who's part black is elected president. Talk about bridging the gap. Anyways, thank you, Amigo and Jennifer and Kalita.